Hi, Wally Hauck for Communico, and thanks for listening. You know, Voltaire, a French writer, once said, common sense is not so common. And it's amazing when you think about it, this is 325 years ago, 1694, and it's still true today that common sense is not so common. Well, you can also say the same thing about common courtesy. Common courtesy may not be so common either. And so what are we going to do about this? Because we must do something, because civility in the workplace especially, and civility at home is absolutely critical for relationships and trust and just getting along and being healthy mentally and physically. In fact, recent research, Weber Shandwick, for the past 9 years, did a survey and asked Americans, do they believe civility is a major problem? Guess what? For the last 3 years of those 9 years, 69% of Americans said it's a major problem. So common courtesy is certainly not so common. Now, where does this come from, courtesy, the word courtesy? Well, the first part of it is court, which is interesting because it's about royalty. How do you speak with royalty? So when you're around the king and queen, you better be courteous, you better be chivalrous, you better be elegant, you better be respectful, or you might lose your head. All right, well, we don't have so many kings and queens anymore. We certainly don't have to worry about that in the US. On the other hand, achieving success is a basic principle of courtesy, is a basic principle in life for achieving success. In fact, the Bible even reminds us of this. Matthew 22:39, it was just this past Sunday. Love your neighbor as ourselves. Love our neighbor as ourselves. Now, I don't know about you, but I often find it difficult, if I'm being treated disrespectfully, to actually love that person. On the other hand, I can at least show love or show part of love by being courteous to them, even if they're not being courteous to me. So making courtesy common is really important for you. It creates this opportunity for relationships. Expressing courtesy is a foundation of personal success, especially at work. Because if you're courteous, you're making deposits of trust in relationships. Have you ever gone to the bank and you attempt to make a withdrawal and you don't have a bank account there? You're going to be in big trouble, okay? That's what John Dillinger did. I would not recommend it. You've got to have an account with deposits in it. Trust deposits, relationship deposits, respect deposits. If you use courtesy, you're building those deposits. So if you happen to make a mistake, which we all do, we're human, you can get past it very quickly in the relationship because you've made those courteous deposits. Frequent courtesy can also build your reputation and even make you more popular. Your brand image is really enhanced by being courteous all the time. It allows you to work better with people, which allows you to get more work done, which gives you the reputation of being able to get stuff done. And when an opportunity presents itself, like a promotion, you may be first in line because you've built that brand image just by being courteous. 2 quick steps, so simple to make courtesy common practice. The very successful coach, John Wooden, often explained to his players, champions are brilliant at the basics. Practice the basics with his players all the time because he wanted them to be excellent at the basics. He didn't want them to think about winning. He wanted them to think about just being excellent at the basic skills, and winning would be an outcome from that. In fact, he won major championships at UCLA over and over and over again for years just by focusing on the basics. So what are the basics in common courtesy? Please and thank you. Please and thank you, just using those more frequently. Let's start doing it now, because here's how you do it. Whenever you ask for something, you just use please. May I please have that from you? When you receive something from someone, just say thank you. Thank you so much for giving me that. It's really as simple as that. If you want to be uncommon, start being uncommon by making courtesy a common practice. Thanks so much for listening.